Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's special live nichebot call-in show. Every show is special, so this is the show, of course, where you get the intervention you need to blow right past those obstacles that stand in your way. And I know I had my share of obstacles standing in my way in the beginning. Unfortunately, I didn't have anyone to help me out. However, I am your host and founder of nichebot since 2004, and I welcome you to the call. Now, let me tell you real quickly why I created the show for Gold and Platinum users, and the reason is simple. A lot of people tend to blow right past the Quick Start Guide. They think, this is the greatest tool in the world. A lot of people say this is the greatest tool in the world, so it should just do all the work for me. Unfortunately, that's not the case. It does take a little bit of your own muster to begin rolling that ball. The other thing is really awesome is the content here is customized towards you every single week. So what you want to talk about, and we talk about the issues that you really care about. And really the show is about getting clarity and having breakthroughs. And breakthroughs, I don't think, happen unless you do repeated exposures to a technique that works and getting intervention if you're having frustration. Obviously, if we are having issues and something's stopping us, we can't bulldozer past a particular block that we've got. Usually the best way to get through that block, besides, of course, months and months of more frustration, is to have someone else intervene. That's someone who has more experience, more knowledge in a particular area. And that's what this show is about. Now, there will be a replay of this show from the live show directory over at nichebot.com/live show. And you got the show this morning, and it's actually on the blog this morning, last week's show, where we've uploaded last week's show, and we're uploading the remainder of the shows that will be in the live show directory coming tomorrow. Now, you should share in my epiphany. What does that mean? Well, my epiphany came back in 2004 when I discovered the power of backlinks, and that is using the keyword phrase in the hyperlink. Now, I always make sure to hammer this home, even for people that have been on the show multiple times, is because one of the things that's so important is you've got to hear something over and over for you to actually truly act on it. There are things that I have acted on that I heard for over 2 years until I actually acted on it. And this is one of those things that's so important, because when a search engine spider goes through a link outside of your website and then goes to your site, this should be this is an example of an HTML link, a hyperlink that you would construct on any sort of page. Now, when a search engine spider goes through a link on a page, a blue link, this is what it looks like underneath all the code. So when a search engine spider goes through this particular domain to this page, whatever this page is, the search engine spider reads this phrase right here. And whatever this phrase happens to be relating to your site that's going to this page, it's telling Google to rank your page for this keyword. And usually getting extra links helps your site bump up in the rankings, and that's basically what I did in the beginning. And what I used was reciprocal linking to get backlinks to nichebot and other sites. And you should find whatever style of inbound links that work for you. And there's so many of them. There's actually there's probably 140 different ways of getting backlinks to your sites. And we'll give you an article in just a second. Now, getting inbound links always trumps content on your page, because you can literally get a page that has no words on it to rank for a particular keyword. Now, how can you do that? Well, inbound links. Get backlinks to your site. That's how you do it. So if you need to find out how to learn different ways of how to build backlinks to your site, just go ahead and type in Google how to build links 2009 for additional ways. There's an article right at the top. It'll lead you to an article that shows you 69 ways, and then there's also another master list of ways to build backlinks. I think there's like another master list of 122 links once you get to that article with 69 different ways to build backlinks. Now, this show is, of course, about getting clarity and breakthroughs, and that doesn't happen without live intervention, and that's what we're here about today. So let's go ahead real quickly and go over the ground rules for the call. Everyone right now is muted on the line. That will change shortly. However, you can go ahead and ask a question anytime during this webinar through your panel over to the right-hand side. And once you do, it'll queue up the question right here on my administration panel, and I can see it come in. Now, if you do want to have a live chat, I can go ahead and answer your question without interaction, but of course, if you want to interact, that's just go ahead and type live chat in front of the question if you want to interact. So I can go ahead and unmute you, and I will go from about 60 to 90 minutes, depending on the number of questions and, of course, my energy and how much interaction we do on the show. Sometimes we've gone as long as 2 to 3 hours. So let's go ahead and get right into. Go ahead and submit your questions now. I'm going to go ahead and unmute. I see last week's member who we did a complete walkthrough of how to build a squeeze page, which is a page that you want to not give your visitor any other type of option but to leave their name and email address so that you can build a mailing list and stay in touch with them. So we helped out James Ken Ryan last week with his Vacation Kid site, and we built a live example squeeze page right here live on the show. So you should watch that live show on the link that I sent you. That's on the live show page on the blog, and watch that over if you haven't had a chance. So go ahead and submit your question for the show. I'm going to go ahead and unmute everybody. If there's no background noise in people, no barking dogs, no crying babies or anything like that. Looks like everyone's pretty good. The only person I don't have on the line, and I've sent the audio pin to you, James, and you should have it, so you can just enter that pin in so that you can unmute yourself and be able to interact. So let's see, we got one question already in. The Vacation Kid here would like to see if the secrets, that's all I have. So Vacation Kid, so if you can go ahead, James, and somehow type in that audio pin so you can go ahead and interact here on the line. If you have any questions, go ahead and enter them into the right-hand side. Now, I have unmuted everyone on the line, so if you want to go ahead and ask a question, go ahead, shout out, give us your name and your question. Okay, it looks like James is now unmuted. James, can you hear me?
Good morning. The Vacation Kid has arrived.
He is in the house.
He is in the house today.
Nice.
I had homework assignment, and I wanted to know if you were able to see some of the secrets that we wanted to put into the offer.
Okay.
And
I did not see those. Remember, I had emailed you back, and I had indicated that I did not see your submissions for it.
I emailed you right back with an attachment.
Okay.
With them on there.
Okay. So give me just 1 second, and I'm going to go check my email and get that. So give me just 1 second. I'll be right back. am going into my email now. So in the interim, if anyone has any questions, got a quiet bunch of 10 people on the line. Go ahead and enter it now. Okay. All right. It is coming up now.
Okay.
Still searching my Gmail, just hang tight. The last email I see from you, JKR at JFM Ventures, is that your email?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, give me a sec.
And I attached the
Okay,
file.
4 secrets. Got it. So I'm going to download it. No, I can't download it. I'm going to view it as HTML, and I'm going to copy it. No, I'll just have it like this. Okay. All right, so let's kind of recap. Let me go ahead and just change my screen and screen. Okay, there we go. So now you can see we have here the basically outer shell of the outer shell of a squeeze page that we created last week. We went through the whole entire thing where we constructed it, talked about how to put it together, what you need for an offer to get someone's name and email address, and that's where the form would go right in here. And so basically we had finished, we left this part unfinished, and this is the bullet section. And this is where you want to tell the benefits of what the person's going to receive once they end up putting their name and primary email address in the box below. And these bullet points really have to kind of they need to be benefits. And so there's people that, okay, so there's ways of saying things that are sort of features about the thing, you know. It's round, it's soft, it's shiny, it's this, it's that. But that doesn't tell people necessarily what it does or how it's going to improve your life. And that's really kind of what people need to know, because people can't feel features. They can't feel something that is soft or shiny or this or that. But if it's going to save them money, that's something they can feel. That's a benefit. Does that make sense, James?
It does.
Okay. Because I can tell you how wonderful and great something is, but if I don't tell you how it's going to impact your life, you're really not going to feel that impacted. Okay, so the assignment for Ken last week was to come up with 4 strong bullet points, and he went ahead and emailed those to me, and we're going to go over some, and it looks like you kind of came up with a bunch of them. Am I right?
Yep, came up with quite a few of them. Some are kind of repetitious of other ones.
Right.
I thought we could at least get maybe 7 out of here.
We can get 7, yeah, and there's nothing wrong with, there's no magic specific number where it has to be 4, because, of course, look, it's like this. I always say, I did this article called, I can't remember the name of the article, but it's an article that talks about how your content should be as tasty as a puppy treat. It should make your visitors salivate. So if you have 4 bullet points and you have 3 more that are going to make the person really drool incessantly bad, at, like a puppy treat would for a dog, then why not put it on, right? Makes sense? It's going to make them drool more and want to put their name and email address in. Okay? So we need to review these and say, okay, do these fit? Okay? So give me just 1 second. What I need to do is I need to real quickly get a tissue because I'm having allergies this morning for whatever reason from the pets or whatever. And I shall be right back in a second, and we'll go over and cover these. All right. Okay, so now one of the things I'm noticing just from what I'm looking at here, and I'm seeming to get an echo from somebody. Anyways, okay, so what I'm noticing here is, so let's take a look at these. What I'm noticing is you're making statements about the membership, and that's going to put immediate signs up. These are going to put immediate signs up. You're going to hit them up with a sales offer. You're already telling them what it's about. So they're going to like make world-class resorts, plan your vacation with a Diamond VIP membership travel says they go to work for you, whether it is a blah, blah, blah. They will take care. Some of these things, okay, 100-year membership, you're talking about the membership. You're talking about the membership. You're not even talking about your newsletter. So basically, I think this one looks good. Deep discounts on vacation homes and village for larger groups, but the problem is not too many people travel larger groups, okay? Cash back on the travel agent commissionable travel travel is available. Can you imagine taking a vacation and getting a check in the mail for up to 12% back? Okay, so this all sounds like you're trying to sell your vacation. You're not selling a vacation. You're not selling anything. You're selling a free report, and this is for your newsletter. Okay?
Okay.
Travel on a budget, see, here's the problem, is you're starting to talk about 2-bedroom, 52 weeks a year. It sounds like you're selling resorts. It sounds like you're selling something. Do you see what I'm saying? So these need to be, I mean, what are they going to do? They're going to, here's one thing, save 65% on hotels. But, the thing is a lot of people are saying this, save up to 65% on hotels. So you're going to really need to come up with some real benefits. I mean, what besides saving the money, you've got to say, what is your newsletter going to do for the person? Because, I mean, it sounds like unfortunately you're just, okay, 140,000 members in this prestigious travel club, and they're signing up for a free report. The thing is it sounds like you're about to sell them something. Doesn't?
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. So let's try to come up with a couple of benefits to get you rolling.
That would help a lot.
Okay. So let's come up with 2 benefits on what exactly this membership is, what this newsletter is going to help people do. Okay, besides save them 70% off what everyone else pays. Okay? That's we've already made the ultimate promise. So if we, of course, say here, you're going to include it in my report, you'll discover, what are they going to discover besides the fact that they're going to be able to get all this sort of stuff? What else are you going to show them? I mean, you've got to come up with something, okay? So let's say, for instance, okay, so let's pop up a notepad. So let's think about this together. So, obviously, main benefit, save money, okay? That's already built into the headline, okay?
Right.
So now what else are they going to, you're going to need to help me a little bit here, because
Sure.
this is your site, so I'm going to need a little bit of help. So what else are they going to do besides save money?
Right now, there's probably a lot of advertising out there of specials because everybody's trying to promote or hook somebody into something.
You're right, and everyone's trying to do this.
But I think even though it's talking about the membership, the real benefit is that you no longer have to be hooked into something.
What are you
or
hooked
try
into?
something out. You know that you don't have to sit in another seminar, another meeting. You have the best on the scale of 1 to 10. You have a top 10.
Okay, let's okay. Okay, but I'm still not. What is the benefit? What's the benefit that you're going to offer in your newsletter? Not talking about the membership vacation. Again, this is your newsletter. This is the free information you're giving away. This is not a sales process. You are trying to develop trust with your newsletter and give people good information beyond just, obviously the end result is the membership. But if you start off with these things, I guarantee you will have maybe 1 out of 100 people sign up for your newsletter. Because, I mean, it looks like you're just pitching me.
Yeah.
That's it. So, I mean...
I guess what I'll respond to that by what people have been leaving comments on Cancun, Mexico deals is most of them said that they usually don't read the site or use site, leave a comment, but they really liked the honest, straightforward information, and they said, a lot of people said that they would bookmark the site.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're wanting not a bunch of hype, but the straight truth.
Okay. So how are you going to give it to them? You can't just say, oh, I'm going to give you a bunch of, no hype and a bunch of truth. You just have to use that in your words. So how are you going to use that in your words? What are your benefits?
I guess an honest and clear understanding of value, not a bunch of hype.
Okay, but those are just words. You have to express something else other than saying, there's no hype or, I mean, beyond that, there's got to be some sort of substance that is going on here with, there's got to be some sort of substance that's going on with, what's the benefit? Okay, so let's take another example. Let's go to something that I have a product on, okay? And we're gonna now understand what benefits are, okay? And you're gonna read benefits, and you're going to see benefits, and then what you'll be able to do is then go back. Whoops! Apparently, I entered 3 F's instead of 2. Okay.
Coffee secrets, okay.
All right. So now let's go to the second page where there are a bunch of benefits. Okay. Here's the whole thing. Let's tackle the world. It's free, upfront, blah 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 blah. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Check this out. Okay. So this Coffee Secret site is about a coffee formula that I figured out back in 2002, and I've had this on sale since that time. And what this does, and as you can see, discover the amazingly simple yet confidential formula that creates coffee drinks so rich, so powerful, it literally turns you into an instant coffee-making genius or triple your money back. Okay?
Send it to me right away.
Exactly. Now, what are the benefits of this coffee thing? Okay? Well, beyond the fact that it's so rich and it's so powerful and all that stuff, let's talk about what it does, okay? So simple, anyone can make it in 2 minutes or less. Average cost of the drink equals 32 cents. So I'm sharing that how they could save money and how low the cost is per drink. Rather than spending $4.85, I'm sure people would spend 32 cents per drink. The same formula works for hot or cold drinks, so that even if the person doesn't do it, there are 26 to 57 fewer calories than most drinks on the market. So what's the benefit there? The benefit there is it's not going to go to their gut, right?
Yeah, it's not going to be.
There's a vegetarian version, although that's, the vegetarian version is obviously, for the vegetarian who doesn't want to use milk and is not looking at using animal products. Leaves virtually no countertop mess, okay? You can easily make it in the office, a hotel room, or even on a plane. Now, is that a benefit? It's a huge benefit. I can make it anywhere I want, okay? Perfect for the active on-the-go person. There's 15 new formulas, and you can even learn how to make foam to top off your drinks without even owning an espresso machine. And best of all, there's absolutely no special equipment required. Now that is a list of benefits. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Did you feel those benefits when I read them to you?
Yeah, I wanted to go buy your book.
Okay. So really, that's what you have. You have to sit down and go, okay, see, when you were devising this, I don't believe you had the right question. You didn't have the right question in your mind. See, you were saying, this is your question. This is Ken's question. Ken's question in his mind was, what are the benefits of buying my travel membership?
Yep.
Wrong question.
Yep.
Real question should be, what are the benefits of joining my free newsletter and downloading my special report? That's the real question. Now, once you start putting your answers down here, they're going to make a lot more sense and relate to this page that we created right here. Does this make sense now?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
and you're right. I did have membership on my mind.
right. You cannot, you have to separate that from your actual what you're doing, because you're not selling the membership on this particular step. See, here's the thing. Most people will not buy a few $1,000 membership from you at all on the first visit. There's just no way. Have you ever gone to a site and spent $3,000 right from the get-go on the first visit? No. And I don't think there's too many people that really would, unless they're living like on some island and they're like completely ignorant. And don't get me wrong, there are some gullible people on the planet that will do it, but it's not going to happen. It all begins with building what?
Trust.
Exactly. Because if you have you don't have trust, you don't have anything. You're just blowing hot air at the person.
Trust you build over time.
Correct. And that's why this page is not to sell your membership. It is to sell you and the vacation kid. It's not your membership. You're not selling your membership. So you went back, and instead of giving me benefits for this newsletter and what your report's going to reveal, you gave me a bunch of lists of your membership. So I mean, you might as well have a long list of benefits for your membership and try to sell the membership. But again, it's like the same guy who you got the autoresponder from. Remember the autoresponder guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You got a bunch of autoresponders from him, or you had access to having people sign up at his autoresponder. But the reason that guy is selling them, because he's probably got 50, 60, 70 messages in the autoresponder. That's why. See, what happens is when someone signs up to something, they sign up here, they get your report, they go, wow, that's good information, and then you keep in touch with them. You contact them the next day. You ask them, I just wanted to make sure you had downloaded the report and everything was good. Otherwise, I hope all is well, and I'll talk to you soon. And then, the third day, you'd let them know about some other nice tip, and maybe day 4, you'd let them know about an article. And see, by the time you reach them on day 7, day 8, and of course hoping that they open the emails that you're sending them, what's going to happen is this now person has become familiar with you. Because otherwise you're still like on the outside of their circle of who is this person? I don't know this person. You're just, you know what I'm saying? And until you can break through that to the point where the person goes, I like what this person has to say. Wow, this is really cool. Yeah, okay, I think this person is in my best interest. I think I'll start listening to them. Then 3 days later, you start, you send them another email, some report or some article or some piece of content, and they finally go, you know what? This guy is right. I don't know why I've been sitting on the wall for so long. I'm going to go buy that membership from him. That's how it works.
I see that now.
Yep. So it's got to be a step-by-step process. So you don't want to sell your membership right up here, because if you start putting if you put all these features of your membership benefit, you're going to scare them away. You're going to be like, God, this guy's trying to sell me something, and he wants my email address so he can spam me 100 times. See, people are constantly afraid of that. I mean, you've got to address those issues. So as we look here, you can always go back to my site here, and you can go scroll down and look, what are these benefits? If you read through this whole thing, I mean, everything here is everything through here is all about benefits. It's all about, save yourself time and a whole lot of frustration by dazzling your friends and family with awesome coffee drinks. And it's just, everything is laced here throughout. That's what my copywriting style is all about, is gearing things towards the benefit. How is this going to help? How is this going to help this person? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyways, so that's what you need to do, and what you need to do is go back and frame the question. Instead of this one, you need to strike this one out. What are the benefits of buying my travel membership? You got to go, what are the benefits of joining my free newsletter and downloading my special report? Okay?
Yeah, I did have my mind set wrong.
Yeah. So what you're going to definitely do with somebody is show them. So I'm going to show you, share with you how to never pay for another vacation again. Okay? Curiosity, right? I'm hitting the curiosity. Who wants to pay for another vacation? See, I'm not telling them, they're going to get access to 1,500 locations and they're going to, get 70% off. You never pay for a vacation again. That'll get people's attention. How do you do it, Ken? How do you do it? Show me.
Yeah.
What's another benefit? Let's see another benefit. Let's conjure one up here. Okay, another benefit would be
Do you think a benefit is that they wouldn't have to be hassled with phone solicitors and presentations on vacations, trying to get them there? I don't know how many calls you get.
I got another one here. Well, how are you going to be hassled or bothered by solicitors? The only solicitors there are for timeshares are laying at the airport in Mexico, at the airport, and they try to go, oh, would you like to get some water skiing for free? Would you like to get this for free or that for free? I got these and that and blah, 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 blah. And then there's the people at the actual hotels. Oh, would you like to get, they try to, what are they constantly, they're doing the same thing that you're doing here with your vacation page thing, which is the free report. What do the people at the resorts do? They offer you something free. Would you like free water skiing? Would you like free jet skiing? Would you like a free horse ride? Would you like a free this? And then you go, oh, yeah, I'd love to have that. And they go, okay, well, all you have to do is show up at this meeting at, show up this meeting and, it's about an hour and a half presentation and blah, blah, blah. But I don't see any reason what benefit, how are you going to show people not to get hassled or called by solicitors? It's all basically upon the person to tell them whether or not, it's based on the person denying it. If they don't want the gift or they don't want to show up to it, I don't see a benefit about being hassled, because what are you going to say to them? What's the solution to your not getting hassled or solicited?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Okay. I don't really think there is.
Yeah. Now, the people that are leaving positive posts on Cancun, Mexico deals,
Mm-hmm.
they're all saying that the content that I've put in there is honest and truthful, and
Mm-hmm.
And it's encouraged me because I've never thought I could really write that well, but they're actually saying that some people say this is some of the best information they've seen.
Okay.
So I guess the information is the information that they would be getting would be something that is up to date and
But
I guess up to date, refreshing.
okay, but that really doesn't say anything about travel or vacation. You're trying to say, it's just like saying, you know, your whole life is going to, your whole life is going to change just from drinking my coffee drink. Your whole outlook on life is going to change. I mean, how is a coffee drink going to do that? I mean, see, the thing is you could sit there and say, oh, this is going to be honest, straightforward, non-hypey information. But it's the information itself that you divulge, the actual substance that actually speaks that. Instead of saying it. I mean, you don't say it, you actually say a benefit that actually has to do with the traveling. So you're just saying, I'm going to save you time and I'm going to do this. You've got to tell them how you're going to save them time. Or how you're going to do something for them. Or this it's like say, okay, you're selling your information and you're trying to say, oh, this is honest information. That's not a benefit. And you can't saying it is like, it's like saying I'm not a liar. But most likely the person is. You know what I'm saying? You don't.
I
see
just
what I'm
thought
saying?
of something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jim, I just thought of something that
Okay.
might be a benefit, but it's a benefit of the membership, but it's a benefit that they don't have to go around searching for the best prices wherever they're going. We have a VIP
You're
service.
selling the membership.
Oh, okay.
You're trying to convince them that they're going to get special treatment at this place. What does that involve? It involves giving up $3,000 or whatever the price of the membership is.
Okay. I guess I got to get out of my head and
I mean, you got to get out there and you've got to get into understanding what is it you're going to provide people, because you're not clear on what you're going to provide. The only thing you're clear on is you're clear on your membership, but you're not clear on what your benefits are going to be about your travel newsletter. I mean, you just continuously seem to be gripping and holding on to your membership. You've got to get out of the membership, and you've got to say, what are you going to do for people's travel experiences? There's a question right here. What are the benefits of joining my free newsletter email list and downloading my special report? I mean, because if all you're going to attempt to do is sell your membership on this page, then you might as well just have it just try to sell the membership. But the problem is, I guarantee you're not going to sell one membership.
you're not going to sell, yeah.
No, because no one's going to. Here's the thing: someone comes to the brand new visitor comes to your page. They go, okay, this guy's selling the membership. Okay, sounds like interesting, but is this something other people are offering out there as well? And usually, most likely, it is, because there's a bunch of other people out there promoting timeshares and such. So other people have the same sort of program. So you're going to have to really, I mean, how are you going to, you need to ask this question. How are you going to improve the quality of travel for you, the quality of travel of how are you going to improve the quality of your newsletter subscribers' travel experience? Sure, obviously the benefit is to get them into your membership, but you got to do some warming up before you even hit them with that membership. You've got to say, I happen to. I mean, the thing is you've got to first formulate what these benefits are. You've got to formulate what is the. I mean, is besides saving money, what are you going to? Are you going to give people reviews about things? Are you going to give them, you'll get on-site. Here's a benefit. Receive on-site vacation videos where I'm traveling and what spots I'm visiting. That's a benefit. You're going to get some vacation videos while you're traveling so that you can see where the vacation kid is visiting, what he's doing, right?
Right.
One of the other things you already have, receive interviews from locals all over the world, uncovering secret hotspots in exotic locations. I mean, that's a hot benefit right there.
That's a hot benefit, yeah.
Because look at what I did with this language, okay? Receive interviews from locals all over the world uncovering secret hotspots in exotic locations. See, I don't even understand why you even forgot about your interview. I mean, that's the whole purpose of getting this content, right?
Yeah.
This is the whole reason you set up that content, was to have that video content available for people to be able to have and be able to see that you, the vacation kid, are real and where you're at, interviewing the people that you do and such. So you've got content already. You might as well use that content in as a benefit to your subscriber for giving up their name and email address. So I've got 3 benefits here already done for you. You need to come up with you need to come up with at least 3 more yourself. But I want you to do this, and I want you to answer these real questions right here, and I don't want you answering this one, because that's when you're selling the membership later on down the line.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Ron. Can you hear me?
Hey Ron, can hear you just fine. How are you?
Great, thank you. I just had some ideas here while you were talking. This seems to be, to me anyway, I see it as a vehicle where you could really become like the vacation expert from A to Z.
Absolutely.
And so you could have some benefits in your newsletter of, just say step-by-step instructions on how to pick your next vacation. Steps to take for international travel, like how much time is necessary for passports.
Exactly. Places to avoid.
Yeah.
With email warning alerts to stay away. Because like right now in Mexico, they have warnings to not go to travel in Mexico because of violent conditions.
Right. And then, there's stuff where you could go, as times change and it's at winter, and then you're talking about prepping for spring break vacations. It just seems to me that if you start to make them feel like you're a real vacation expert, then it just plays right into it. Well, the expert's saying that getting a timeshare is the way to go. I better do that.
Exactly,
Because he's an expert.
Exactly. Exactly. You see, what Ron is saying, and it's so true, is really ultimately what you want to do, Ken, is establish yourself as an expert, as an authority. Because once you're an established expert and authority, I mean, people don't even question you. It's like, oh, James has that travel membership because he constantly is on his pulpit about this on his Vacation Kid newsletter. So I better check that out, or better, I should get what he recommends, because that's really, I mean, that's what people do is, people have their experts that they turn to for financial purposes, for legal reasons, for marketing reasons, for keyword research reasons, right? You see what I'm saying? And that's what you basically want to carve yourself out as, Ken, is you want to be an authority on this. So, and exactly, I mean, what Ron has said is right on point, is you want to be real, you want to have real articles, and these, you talked about some of these things, actually. You've done some articles on this over at Cancun about steps to take during international travel.
Yep.
So really what this all comes down to, and what these are great benefits, what these come down to is creating these articles or putting it inside of a PDF. And that's what your report is going to be right here. Of course, it's not the 7 mistakes to getting your ex back. Okay. Sorry if I interrupted, Ron. Any other things you wanted to add to that?
No, that's I mean, it just seems like there'd just be so many things involved there that you could do like a weekly newsletter on each. And some of these things, I mean, if a person is looking and coming to this squeeze page in the beginning, they're interested in vacation and travel, and that there's just so many areas that you could be sending out little newsletter tips each week or whatever.
Totally.
Having to do with vacation, that it would just be endless.
It would be endless.
That's what signing up for the newsletter is all about. It prepares them. I mean, I'm even thinking about the whole, I mean, you could get into cruising. You could get into just all kinds of stuff. And young people in their 20s or whatever come across this or whatever. Well, they don't know what exactly maybe they need to do for a passport or money exchange or whatever,
or
could
even a
become
packing
their expert.
list.
Pardon?
Even a packing list.
Exactly. Like okay, a 7-day vacation to Cancun. You should expect that it's going to take you one large suitcase and whatever. And yeah, how do you pack it? And or what are
what are the airline regulations? That's another whole thing.
Yeah, airline.
Exactly. What are the and what are the little tips and tricks? Oh gee, if I put this and that into a Ziploc bag, it saves me space in my suitcase, or if something leaks, it doesn't go all over my clothes. And
and you have the big thing at the airports now with liquids, of course, and all that. What to do with your liquids, and how to do this, and how to deal with the TSA. How to make sure and this could be a challenge for some folks. How to get to your flight on time. I mean, that's challenging for some people.
It's just endless, like, where can I go where I can take my pets, or if I do take pets, what do I need to do to take care of my pets? And
if you notice on the screen, I'm at this all travel tips, and you notice here what it says. You notice what it says here, Ron? Dog-friendly hotels.
Yeah.
So all you need to do for what kind of tips you can do, I mean, here's like a bunch of articles right here, right, Ken? And then all I did was I typed into Google travel tips. Look at this. Look at what I got. Here's Rick Steve's travel tips in Europe, tips for traveling abroad, travel guides, best travel tips, secrets revealed. That's the site I was just at right here, all travel tips. And then here, look, here's 21 tips on how to pack for a trip, Traveler's Point. And see, you could take this article. Here's the other thing you can do. I mean, you could take this article and you could just renumber the items or take things out and do your own version, write your own version of tips to help you pack for a trip. Look, you already have the outline of it right here. You've got idea makers right here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And Jim?
Yes?
Isn't this also just a great setup to where you could also have affiliate programs? For instance, he's got the membership thing that he sells.
Right.
But then, okay, he's concentrating on memberships maybe that involve Mexico, but then, like you say, there's stuff there for Europe or whatever. Well, then you sign up with an affiliate program for the guy that does something to Europe, and you make a commission on what he sells.
Absolutely.
But it came through your site.
Well, yeah, and it's like the same thing, and you've seen this. You've seen me doing this, Ron. Besides having my own paid service, my mailing list I also use for holding educational webinars, and then I have usually sometimes a special offer that I have people go through an affiliate link. And so I'm not only I'm fusing direct sales with affiliate sales because I'm leveraging the mailing list. But without that mailing list, I wouldn't be able to do it because I would be diluting the nichebot brand by doing it on the nichebot site.
Yep.
The email list allows me to promote behind the site.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean by that, Ken?
Yeah.
So it's just it opens you up to a whole bunch of possibilities.
Yeah, you've become like the vacation expert, so all of a sudden out comes an email because you've got this affiliate program for France or something, and hey, I wanted to let you know about a new or a program that just sounds fantastic or whatever, you know, the benefits are, da-da-da-da-da. Go see it here, and it's the affiliate to the guy selling trips to Europe, France or something.
Exactly. So I'm sure we overloaded you with a bunch of stuff.
No, actually,
Is this good?
it's good. Thanks, Ron. And but you're right. When I first started writing these down, I was thinking membership.
Yeah.
And excuse me for coughing on the phone.
That's okay. It just, unfortunately, it comes across immediately as not information, but you're trying to state things about something you're about to sell. See, as soon as I read any of those things, like my sales warning went up, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Not good.
And I know in sales that it takes 7 times to see somebody before they're going to make a buying decision.
It's the average, yeah, the average number of touches. So someone signs up at your Vacation Kids site, that's not day one. So then you reach out tomorrow and you reach out the next day, and the 7th time, counting from the following day, is 7 touches.
Right.
Because if they get the free report, that doesn't count as a touch. They're getting what they wanted. So the next day starts the first touch, the second touch, and then the 7th touch is usually when people start actually getting familiar with who your name is. See, until then, you're just James Ken Ryan. You're just the Vacation Kid. You're not really. It's like you're not yet accepted in their mind yet. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, as the expert.
Correct. So now you have a bunch of. Were you going to say something wrong?
I was just going to say that just with those few things that you've written down there so far, it covers a wide spectrum. So that in itself, I think subconsciously is telling the person that this must be an expert or they know what's going on because look at everything they're covering here.
Exactly.
And so that just sets them up to, I can start to trust this guy. Then when they start, because like you've said, James, people on your site are acknowledging that you're honest and truthful. So as they get these weekly articles, not only are you covering a broad spectrum, but you're coming across very honestly, and that just very quickly seems to me that very quickly they would get this, hey, I can really work with this guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And really what you ultimately want to work up to is you get to the point, and the reason you have this, you do have this squeeze page right here, but remember the rest of your site is like, it's got, you've got the ability to have posts, so you have the ability for people to comment on your blog. And what you ultimately want to get your blog to, where you're getting comments in, to the point where, let's say, let's go to nichebot and type in, oh, here, let's just go to this one. So let's go to this top one. So you see this, this blog post on how to conduct online consumer market research. Okay, so we go down to the bottom and we see there's 31 comments of people actually interacting. I'm talking to them. They're talking to me. They're giving me feedback, that sort of stuff. And this, I mean, when people see there's like real person, they're talking back and forth, and people are saying, love this article, blah, blah, it's surprising. This is like, it's called social proof. This is like saying, people saying, you're great, and you're not the one that even has to say it. It's someone else doing that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's really what you want to get to the point of, where your page, where you get on your content, you've got people, and you already have people apparently on your Cancun, Mexico site commenting on your content. And that's what you really want to have, because that shows to other visitors who haven't even showed up on your site, what that tells them is you're not just a website. You've got people, you're building a community. You have people interacting with you. That makes you even more real. Does that make sense?
It does.
All right.
Yeah, I was just going to say that with those comments that you've already had where you're being honest and truthful and that sort of thing, some of those could even be put into your squeeze page as testimonies.
Absolutely. If they're good enough and they've got enough substance, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain testimonials, Ron, that are just, you know, you've seen them. Oh, wow, this is definitely going to work. You know, I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, they're just giving a comment and they haven't even tried it. It's like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you want to get one, you want to put comments, testimonials up there, Ken, that are of real substance, of course.
Yeah.
So, but I think you've got enough groundwork and enough stuff here. I can go ahead and email you these.
Actually, I just snagged it and copied it. So.
Oh, you snagged it and copied it. Okay.
Yep.
Good. How were you? You were able to highlight on the screen?
I was actually able to take it off your screen.
Awesome. I didn't know that because I haven't actually attended my own webinars. So,
You know?
anyways.
You go to school and you learn these things. You know?
Yep. I see Ryan Taraska's on the line. Hey, Ryan. Welcome to the call. Ryan, you there? Binky the Clown? Ryan? No, I guess he doesn't have a microphone. Okay, so I think you've got a pretty good foundation here, don't you, Ken, as far as...
Oh, yeah. And Ron, I do appreciate you chiming in and awesome. I mean, that's what this